Some stories end in silence. Some leave behind a single survivor. Tonight we hear from the last witness. The last call before the murder. On the night of October 14, 2018, a woman made a phone call that would haunt investigators for years. The call came in at exactly 11:43 p.m. At first, it seemed like a routine emergency call, but within seconds, dispatchers realized something was terribly wrong. The woman on the line was breathing heavily. Her voice was shaky, almost as if she was struggling to stay quiet. The operator asked what was happening. For a moment, there was only silence. Then the woman whispered, "There's someone outside my house." The dispatcher immediately began asking questions, trying to determine whether she was in immediate danger. But before the operator could get more information, the woman spoke again. This time, her voice sounded different. More frightened. More urgent. "No," she whispered, "he's inside." What happened next lasted less than a minute. Yet those final seconds would become the center of one of the most disturbing murder investigations the town had ever seen. Because when police arrived at the scene just minutes later, the woman who had made the call had completely vanished. The front door was unlocked. The lights inside the house were still on. A half-finished meal sat untouched on the kitchen table. Her phone was lying on the floor of the hallway. But there was no sign of the caller. No sign of a struggle. No sign of forced entry. Nothing. It was as if she had simply disappeared. For investigators, the case made no sense. People do not just vanish from their own homes without leaving something behind. A clue. A witness. A mistake. But in this case, there was almost nothing. Because hidden within that final emergency call was a detail so disturbing that it would completely change the direction of the investigation. And years later, it remains one of the most chilling pieces of evidence ever recovered from a murder case. This is the story of the last call before the murder.